Hello, this is Diego Mangabeira and welcome to BoringSales. Today we're going to talk about growing from 2K to 20K followers, what actually worked for me and what can actually work for you in terms of strategy and also GTM strategy in this case for your own business, for yourself, and also for your exposure, authority, and relevance to your niche. Okay. We're going to talk about everything about growth today, what worked, what failed as well. I'll say the pain points are really important to be shared because those things, most of the time, we don't hear about, okay? And no hacks, no viral tricks, just the honest version of this process, okay? Going from 2K to 20,000 followers sounds like a big deal. In some ways, the inbound changes, or even your whole sales strategy changes. The visibility changes. Opportunities you didn't pitch start arriving, but the path is not generally glamorous. Okay, there was no single post that blew up and changed everything. That's was the reason why everything that you're doing on a daily basis, and that was it. And the single truth here is showing up consistently for a long time. There's no magic trick here. You need or a magical wand that you need to use. Okay. First things first, I'm going to share with you what didn't work with me, and maybe you still doing that as well, and you need to stop doing right now. Okay, let me start with the failures. There are four parts that I'm going to share with you that didn't work really well. First is posting inspiration without substance. Okay, imagine believing yourself. The grind is real, this type of content or even motivational content, because you can receive some likes, but at the same time you're going to attract zero relevant audience. Okay, that does not going to work really well in terms of sales or even conversion. Okay, vanity metrics or egocentric metrics from people who never buy from yourself. Okay, the first failure. The second thing is posting too broadly. And what does that mean? Trying to appeal to everyone: sales, marketing, leadership, entrepreneurship, finance, okay, accounts receivable. I don't know. You might try different approaches. And the result here is nobody felt specifically spoken to because you're trying different personas at the same place at the same time. And are you talking to me, or are you talking to my colleague, or are you talking to anybody else? Okay. And when you try to reach everyone, you reach no one, basically. Okay. Long story short. The third point is engagement pods. So groups of people who artificially like and comment on each other's posts. I don't know about you if you're doing that. I know a lot of groups that do that. It does make sense, yes, for a period of time, but we know that those likes are not secure or not real. Okay, they're going to create inflated numbers, zero business results, and LinkedIn is cracking down then anyway. Okay, it could be good for vanity numbers, but at the same time for your business, you're not going to close anything, so no money in your pocket. Okay. And the fourth failure is posting frequency without posting quality. Okay. Posting every day just to post every day, not creating value, talking a different matter, or even not be, be, I'll say, not using storytelling, copywriting skills to talk to your niche. Okay. Quantity without intentionality just create noise, and that is not what you want. Okay. And these are the failures. So now let's move on to the what did work. Okay, what really actually worked well with me and might work with you. On this case, we're going to talk about 5 points here. So niching, the first one is niching down hard. So the moment I stopped trying to be general business person and learned fully into sales methodology, growth accelerated stuff, everything changed. So I was doing generic stuff or generic content, and then I decided, no, let me focus on what I'm doing best, uh, help people to sell more with GTM strategies, talking about tech with AI and so on. A specific expertise attracts a specific followers. So specific followers convert because you're talking my way. Okay. Being the boring sales methodology, for instance, person sounds limiting, but is actually a superpower because I have my own brand. I connect with people that are having problems with that. So if I have my own methodology, why not use my methodology to help you? Okay, that's the one thing. The second thing that helped it really well, and that's the one thing that you might copy and paste for your business, is writing from experience, not from research. So posts based on things are personal lived. For instance, client stories, data from my own campaigns, failures I navigated. So this outperformed any thought leadership post because I wrote based on what I read. Okay, I would read. In this case, my expertise or your expertise, your competitive advantage, because you lived that, you know how it feel for you, right? You know how what you did feel on this case. Um, you know how hard it was to handle that. Okay, nobody else has your exact data or your exact stories, so that's really important. The third thing is consistency over 90 plus days without expecting results. So the algorithm and the audience both reward sustained presence because you're showing up every single day. Okay. Most people give up at week 6 because growth is low. And that's it. LinkedIn is like that. That's why many people I've known in the past that had a huge presence on LinkedIn, they are not there anymore. Okay, weeks 1 to 8, when you start doing a GTM strategy on LinkedIn, almost nothing, and maybe you're feeling I'm not doing the right work, I'm not doing the right strategies. Okay, but after week 12 and so on, the compounding starts because people are going to get to know you. Also, you're going to see people who are going to connect to your posts are different from whomever was connecting to your comments on your post. Okay, the people who grew the most are always just the people who didn't quit. That's motivational, maybe coaching, yes, but that works. The fourth thing is engaging with others in your niche seriously. Okay. And I practice it before I even formalize it. So I have a huge network of people. I know a lot of people, not just in the US, but in other continents, in other countries. I speak different languages as well. So that really helped me and could help you also to reach or to outreach new types of people for your business. Okay. Genuine comments on the right posts drove profile visits and follows consistently. I have some podcasts and videos about it. So commenting strategies really that really works well. And the fifth thing that really worked well was posting content that made people feel something. Okay, that creates an emotional trigger between myself and the other person, and could help you to yourself into your niche. So not just here's a framework, here's what works. Okay, but here's the failure behind the framework. That's different to say, but that really connects to something. Okay, vulnerability and honesty are underrated growth levers on LinkedIn. Okay, people follow people they trust. That is applicable to LinkedIn or to life. Okay, trust comes from seeing someone as real. Okay, and if I'm going to start today, if I was you, okay, I'll say if I were you, I'll say that start with video earlier. Okay, LinkedIn is pushing this distribution right now. Try to use it. try different approaches. Um, that might be helpful for you to create more exposure there. Okay. Build an email list in parallel, so a newsletter or something like that. Engage more aggressively in this first 60 minutes after posting, and be clear about what you sell and who is it for. Okay. I'll say that the honest expectation for you to grow from 2K to 20K, or 2,000 to 20,000 people is not something that you might achieve on the short term. It needs to be aligned with your reputation, engagement, or even the way that you understand that content creation or even network creation works. So it's a different game. This is the game, for instance, that a TikToker might not want it because it takes too much time of my day, okay? Or even you are going to see other videos. So do not invest on LinkedIn, and it's okay, okay, and it's okay. But you need to understand that if you're on LinkedIn, your clients or prospects or potential clients are on LinkedIn, you need to play another game. It's like to talk about football, soccer, or even swimming, or even chess. Okay, we're talking about different things, so you need to apply the right strategy for the right field of application. Okay, I wish you a great day. Keep it boring, and we see each other in another podcast. Bye. Take care.